can to make this fight. So we wait on Wilder. We talk about uncharacteristically quiet. Deontay Wilder's been uncharacteristically quiet. He didn't even go to the press conference. He hasn't even said a word since. In fact, his soul might still be at the MGM Garden Arena. So who knows whether we'll even see him again. But now we'll see what he's made of as a person. I expect him to come out today, issue a statement on Instagram or wherever and say, congratulations, I'll be back, I'm taking this rematch. If that is, we go ahead, Kubrat Pulev, deal with the mandatory, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in June, 80,000 people, put in a devastating performance. We wait for that second fight and then we go straight into Tyson Fury. If there's a way to make it happen in the summer, that is our preference, and we would love to go straight into the Tyson Fury fight.
All right, let's start right there. It is Monday morning, 2 days after the fight, 7:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, outside of sunny Philadelphia. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com, and man, did Eddie lay it on thick. Now, remember, Deontay Wilder and his team, or more so Deontay Wilder, has not been very kind to Eddie Hearn in the past, Deontay Wilder and Deontay Wilder fans. So this is Eddie Hearn's way of sticking it back to you. You can tell by watching this interview, which I'm going to post a link right down below in the description box, which was done with Sky Sports, just released my time about not even, a half an hour ago. So I watched it and I kind of figured, this was going to be Eddie Hearn's way of we told you, you should have took the money, even though he didn't talk about the deal. He hasn't talked about how, Deontay Wilder basically, he threw a lot of shots, but he kept it, civil in a way. So if you don't know, of course you got to, if you're watching this video, Deontay Wilder was knocked out, beat brutally by Tyson Fury. Conspiracy theories are out there, fans saying, Tyson Fury hit him in the back of the head, but that's like small. It's not really that many people saying it. I thought it was, but it's not. People like, yo, really? Even Deontay Wilder fans. I haven't seen them turn on him. I guess what people are expecting was for Deontay Wilder fans to try to find and maneuver their way out. Don't get me wrong, there's a small pocket of fans that are coming out with conspiracy theories, but really for the most part, Deontay Wilder majority fans, they like, yo, he got beat up, he got to work on some shit, he got to change his team. With the ass whooping that he took, you can't really disguise that shit. He got beat up. Then it doesn't help that his trainer JD's is going in there saying that, maybe it's the armor, that he came in the ring wearing. His legs didn't look right. Oh, by the way, he didn't come to the press conference because he just didn't come. He went to the hospital to get stitches in the ear. It wasn't a bust eardrum. It was a cut in the ear. I didn't know until yesterday. I did my video where we did a little film study of the punch behind the head. I'm going to put that link also for you to watch. I'm actually link it to the video. And what I was looking at was like, yo, that cut is on the ear. But what's this part right here? This little part right here. And it was split. So I was thinking to myself, yo, he's not bleeding out of the ear. He's bleeding maybe, for example, when we looked at the tape, it looked like he had got hit. In fact, let's go do a little jump cut. We'll be right back. Jump cut. All right, we're going to start right here. So this is immediately after the knockdown. So I'm going to let it play through for you. My bad, had to mute the music. You'll hear him say right here, he hit him behind the head, ref, but we're going to look at it. So this is after the first knockdown. Now they're going to go in on the ear. Here, let me fast forward. Let's see here. Now, we already went through this yesterday, in an entire video, so I'm going to spend just a little bit of time on it. So here is my theory. Right now, remember, this is a fight, man. And for that small pocket of people who are like, yo, it was behind the head. Let me tell you, you are on the short bus. It's a fight. It's glancing blows. That shit gonna happen. You can't count a shot like this as a blatant behind the head shot. Y'all out of pocket, basically. And you're in a minority. And frankly, I'm even dumber for responding to you. But anyway, here's my point. So, I got it. Boom. Now, it slides up. So, maybe he just hit him so hard that shit just, boom. Just split. And then it slides up to the back of the head. Now, mind you, Deontay Wilder is turning, and it's a fight. But if you look at it from another angle here, let's get it. Now, what was Deontay Wilder doing? Lazy jab or trying to lunge for a hold? No, he was trying to hold. Gets blinded. Right in that ear, slides up. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to do a little quick jump cut, and I'm going to pull up the actual cut. My bad, I thought this was the video. So yeah, Dan Rayfield reported on his Twitter that he had spoke to Shelly Finkel, nasty ass, that he had spoke to Shelly Finkel, and Deontay Wilder, you know, I mean, did he go to, we don't know if he went to the hospital as a precaution. In fact, I may have to talk about that in another video, but as you can see, it's not the eardrum, he had a cut. You know?
Ingenious, and a lot of credit to Sugar Hill, a lot of credit to Andy Lee. Fantastic tactic going into the fight, and it was a brilliant performance. Now, one of the great British performances of all time, and you know, he battered Deontay Wilder. Let's have it right. It wasn't that Wilder was in the fight. Wilder didn't look right from the get-go. I think Fury probably did his head in the build-up. I mean, they ran those guys ragged in the promotion of that fight, and by the time they got to the ring, Wilder looked like he was out of juice already. But Fury just completely dominated.
Let me stop right there. I was wondering that throughout the fight week and the 2 weeks building up to the fight, they were everywhere with so many people around them and all that. Now, you know, Deontay Wilder, now listen, this is not, let me shut it. This is not no excuse video. Fuck that. He got beat up. It's a fight. It's going to happen. We don't make excuses for fighters. We don't do that shit. He got beat up. Huge Deontay Wilder supporter. I'm always going to cover his fights. I was covering his fights when he was fighting Nikolai Further and Jason Cavern in the daylight. Like, I paid my dues, man. Like, he got beat up. It happens. You know, and we wouldn't be as sympathetic if Tyson Fury got beat up, or majority wouldn't. The same that are quiet or not as critical of Deontay Wilder. Come on, if it was on the other shoe, I mean, the shoe was on the other foot, man. But I feel this, and I'm going to save it for another video, but basically this is building up to that. I feel that right now, Kubrat Pulev, I think he'll take step-aside money. Something seems to be there where maybe Pulev can push his shit off. Is history for Tyson Fury to Anthony Joshua to fight. It's all up if Deontay Wilder is going to take the rematch or not. And Deontay Wilder has people that care about him. Al Heyman is widely known to really care about his fighters. Do you think that Deontay Wilder can do better in the rematch? From what we've seen from 2 fights now. 2 fights. And do you think that Tyson Fury is going to make the same mistakes of the first fight? Also, where will Deontay Wilder be mentally? He didn't just get knocked out. He didn't just lose. He got his ass beat. So the guy that's coming out with all the armor and all that shit. You ever seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2? The Secret of the Ooze? Fucking Super Shredder ended up fucking his own self up. I was so pissed. You know, we wanted the fucking Turtles to, like, you know, fight Shredder and shit. And they was like, Shredder, you gotta listen to reason. And he was like, I don't care. And just started, you know. Anyway, I feel they gypped us. The point I'm trying to make is, it's going to be all that build up for him to get fucked up again. Like, it's not going to, nothing's going to change, man. It's going to be all that build up. We're going to be all hyped during fight week saying, man, listen, Tyson Fury may not be able to dominate Wilder this time. He's got such and such. If he gets a new trainer, which I don't think is going to really help. They just need to go back and say, all right, Deontay Wilder, you got to throw more than one punch. You got to be prepared if you can't land that right hand. Also, what happens with Deontay Wilder on the inside? He's got no inside game from what we've seen. Nobody never really tested him. So the reason why I feel that he was able to get away with shit like that, you know, against Luis Ortiz, is because Luis Ortiz being a Cuban school, I feel a boxer is more tailor-made for a guy like Wilder than a guy like Fury, who's multifaceted, that can get you on the inside and has multi-tricks. For example, I still feel that Deontay Wilder has a better chance to beat Anthony Joshua than he would Tyson Fury. Do I feel he would? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he has a better chance based on styles. You see what I'm saying? Based on styles. I mean, come on, man. Come on. And after a while, you can see that Fury kind of could have toyed with him. And when I'm watching this fight, I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, looking at this fight, looking at the first fight, you can tell Fury feared the power. But he tasted the hand of, I'm never going to call no man God, but, you know, he tasted the hand. The blessed hand of Deontay Wilder, the anointed one. The Alabama hammer. But in this fight, that Alabama hammer shit didn't mean nothing. End of the day, he got beat up. End of the day, he got beat up. He was getting punched in his stomach and all that. What about that?
Dominated him, battered him. And now we got to see what Deontay Wilder's made of, because he's got to quickly make a decision if he wants to have a rematch. And that's really the wait for us now, whilst we're also negotiating the Kubrat Pulev fight, which is Anthony Joshua's next mandatory.
You mentioned there that he schooled the likes of Klitschko and then Deontay Wilder, two massive contenders in the heavyweight game, legends of the sport, really. Do you yourself, Eddie, or Anthony himself, have any concerns that that could happen if these two fight?
It's a very, very tough fight. It's a 50-50 fight between the unified, well, one unified heavyweight world champion and the WBC world heavyweight champion. Fury has gone out, he's beaten Klitschko, he's beaten Wilder. You know, his resume now stands as possibly one of the best in the division. I think when you look at Joshua's whole resume as well.
We're not going to go there. There's not a Joshua video. All hail the Gypsy King. All hail the Gypsy King. And if you look at the story alone, from coming back to fight Deontay Wilder in the same, what was that when he fought Tom? What was that when he fought Pianetta? So he came back, he fought Sefery in June, fought Pianetta that August, and then that's December, fought Deontay Wilder. Many felt he beat him, including myself. Tom Schwartz, Otto Wallin, Deontay Wilder. After a 2.5 year layoff. After fighting Klitschko. That's crazy. And remember, right now, he is held all of the four major belts in the sanctioned bodies. He's got the WBC now. He's got the ring twice. The WBA he's held, Super World, the WBO, the IBF, and more importantly, the highly coveted and seductive, alluring, that's a sexy-ass IBO belt. He's got all that shit. European champion, like, what was, you know, like, yo, wasn't he European champion and Commonwealth? They all go that route, right? I'm not going to be going all the way down. Fuck that. That Commonwealth. So, we got to wait on Deontay Wilder. 28 days left. Will he take the rematch? The pressure is too high for him not to, right? And if he doesn't take the rematch, then the rebuilding process, he may never get a shot again because he's got to build his way back up. Remember, I talked about it in numerous videos. It's been an unofficial, even though the series is over and it ended with some bullshit, it's been an unofficial Game of Thrones going on with the heavyweight division. With guys like Luis Ortiz being pushed to the back of the line. Remember, at one point in time, fucking Shannon Briggs was in it till he failed the drug test. Lucas Brown was in it. Dylan White had got his fucking shit pushed back due to that, you know, drug testing issue. You got Trevor Bryan, Manuel Charr in the mix. You got a guy like Adam Kornowski and Charles Martin who are right there, but they fought each other. For example, Charles Martin is the next mandatory after Kubrat Pulev for the IBF. It's all a mess. You got Ulazir Usyk who's still there. We don't know what Andy Ruiz is going to do. And if you know the PBC model, do not expect for Andy Ruiz first fight back to be a tough fight. I would be shocked if it's Luis Ortiz or a tough fight. They may do a Luis Ortiz, but I would be shocked. Do not expect for Deontay Wilder's first fight back, if it's not Tyson Fury, to be a tough fight. I would be shocked. And you have to think that maybe that fear and that mystique is gone. You're going to have fighters looking at Deontay Wilder like, oh shit, the tape is out. The blueprint is out there. Let's crowd his space. I ain't scared of that right hand. Throw that shit. Maybe a lot of these guys are going to get knocked out. But now more are going to be willing to swing with him and try to trade and be like, yo, we know you can be hurt. We know if we go to your body, we ain't scared of you no more. It's crazy, man. That's the heavyweight division. You got Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce taking place in April. Crazy fight. Obviously, we're going to be covering that. You know, what's Pulev going to do? But let's just save that for another video. On T Street Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.